announcement. It's about the state visit of President of Republic of India to Mauritius. Honorable President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, will undertake a state visit to the Republic of Mauritius from 11th to 13th March 2024 to attend the National Day celebrations of Mauritius. On 12th March, as the chief guest, on the invitation of the Government of Mauritius, President Murmu will hold bilateral meetings with the President of the Republic of Mauritius, His Excellency Mr. Prithviraj Singh Rupun, and Prime Minister of Mauritius, His Excellency Mr. Pravin Kumar Jagannath. In addition, President will meet several dignitaries and leaders. During the visit, President Murmu and Prime Minister Jagannath will jointly inaugurate 14 India-assisted projects showcasing the growing expanse and multifaceted nature of India's vibrant development partnership with Mauritius. As the sixth Indian president to grace the Mauritian National Day as a chief guest since 2000, President Murmu's state visit underscores the long-standing and enduring ties between India and Mauritius. A press release in this regard will be shortly issued. Please do look out for it. I also have a statement to make regarding Indians who've been caught in Russia. Several Indian nationals have been duped to work with the Russian army. We have strongly taken up the matter with the Russian government for early discharge of such Indian nationals. Strong action has been initiated against agents and unscrupulous elements who recruited them on false pretexts and promises. The CBI yesterday busted a major human trafficking network, conducting searches in several cities and collecting incriminating evidence. A case of human trafficking has been registered against several agents. We once again appeal to Indian nationals to not be swayed by offers made by agents for support jobs with the Russian army. This is fraught with danger and risk to life. We remain committed to early release of our nationals serving as support staff with the Russian army and their eventual return home. So these are two things that I had to.
Sir, Hindi में Russia वाला
बहुत सारे हमारे नागरिक जिनको रशिया भेजा गया यहाँ से झूठ बोलकर, अलग अलग बातें बोलकर, उनको धोखाधड़ी जो उनके साथ हुआ, ये मसला हम लोग रशियन सरकार के साथ, वहाँ के अथॉरिटीज़ के साथ बहुत कस के पूरे दबाव के साथ हम लोगों ने लिया है ताकि हमारे नागरिक जो वहाँ फंसे हुए हैं वो अब वापस आ सके। यहाँ पर देश में बहुत सख्ती से हम लोग जो हमारे यहाँ एजेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने इनको वहाँ पर रिक्रूट किया है, जो वहाँ भेजा है, अलग अलग गलत बातें बोलकर उनके खिलाफ़ में हम लोगों ने एक्शन लिया है। कल सीबीआई ने एक रेड किया था। सीबीआई कई एक जगह पर उन्होंने छापा मारा, सर्चेस किए कई एक शहर में, और बहुत सारे एविडेंस भी उन्होंने इकट्ठा किया है, और जो एजेंट्स हैं उनके खिलाफ़ केस भी दर्ज किया गया है। आगे कार्रवाई होगी। एक बार हम फिर से अपील करते हैं, हम लोगों ने पहले भी कहा है इस मंच से और अपने प्रेस रिलीज़ के स्टेटमेंट के माध्यम से, हमारे जो भारतीय नागरिक यहाँ हैं वो किसी प्रकार के जो लुभावना हरकत लोग करके और उनको वहाँ भेजने की कोशिश करते हैं रशिया में कि वहाँ पर आपको इस हल्का सा काम करने का जो ऑफ़र दिया जाता है कि बहुत सारे आपको पैसे मिल जाएंगे, आपको काम बहुत सारा झांसा देकर वहाँ पहुँचाया जाता है, उस हमारे अपने लोगों से कहते हैं इस झांसे में ना आए, ये इसमें खतरा है और इसमें आपकी जान भी जा सकती है। और जहाँ तक विदेश मंत्रालय का सवाल है, हम लोग की दृढ़ संकल्प है कि हम लोग जो वहाँ हमारे लोग फंसे हुए हैं उसको जल्दी से जल्दी वहाँ से हम लोग रिलीज़ करवा के अपने रशियन आर्मी से रिलीज़ करवा के अपने देश हम लोग उनके परिवार तक पहुँचा सकें। मैडम, हिंदी रूपांतर से आप खुश हुए?
जी जी।
आप लोगों ने देखा होगा सीबीआई ने भी एक विज्ञप्ति जारी की है इस पर, उसको भी देख लें आप लोग। चलिए हम लोग सवाल शुरू करते हैं। आज महिला दिवस है, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय महिला दिवस है, तो महिला शुरू करें यहाँ से। हुमा।
Sir, I'm Huma Siddiqui from the Financial Express. Can you please tell us more details about the 14 projects that the President is going to launch in Mauritius?
Arushi.
So this is Ayush Sherwal from ANI. I have two questions. One, a follow-up question on what you said. Do we know how many Indian nationals are serving with the Russian military? I guess last week you said that 20-odd people contacted you. Has the number increased since there was a death of an Indian national also? Second, can we have some details of the meeting that took place between Indian officials and Taliban in Afghanistan? There was a tweet by a former president and also by Taliban's foreign ministry spokesperson. Any discussion details on that, and also if you can give us a broader sense of our engagement with the regime in Afghanistan.
Yeshi.
This is Yeshi Seli from the New Indian Express. We've seen reports where the President of Maldives has said that no Indian military soldier or civilians will be allowed to stay in Maldives beyond May 10th. So let's want your comments on the same, because we've just sent a set of civilians last month. And also, when is the third core level meeting between India and Maldives?
Please.
Thank you. This is Vedika from CNN International. I have a similar question to my colleague here on how many Indians do you think are stranded in Russia after being duped? But two questions related to this. We have seen that the Indian embassy in Russia has come out and put out a statement on Mohammad Asfan. I want to know in what circumstances did he die and where? And when will the mortal remains of Mohammad Afsan and Hemal be handed over to their families? Thank you.
Okay, one more here, Kadambini.
कादम्बिनी शर्मा फ्रॉम एनडीटीवी। दो सवाल हैं सर हमारे। पहला ये कि एक तो आयुषी ने जो पूछा है वो, और दूसरा उसमें ये भी कि क्या ऐसे कुछ भारतीय हैं जिन्हें वापस लाने की जो राह में हैं, उनके बारे में अगर कोई जानकारी हो जो डिस्चार्ज हो गए हों। दूसरा सवाल ये कि इजराइल में पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि एक भारतीय नागरिक की मिसाइल अटैक में मौत हुई है। उसके बाद क्या इस बात पर कुछ विचार हो रहा है कि वहाँ पर भारतीय लेबरर्स जाएं या ना जाएं?
Okay. Let me take these questions and then we can come back for more. Uma, regarding your question about the details of the projects, there are a range of projects, development projects. India and Mauritius are very strong development partners. So details of the projects you will come to know once the visit unfolds. The visit is from 11th to 13th. You will hear of those projects when they are announced. I would encourage you, request you to keep track of the visit. You will come to know the details. Ayushi, your question regarding Afghanistan. We have an Indian delegation led by Joint Secretary Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran in the Ministry of External Affairs. This delegation is on a visit to Afghanistan. As you are aware, India opened its technical mission in Kabul in June 2022, and since then the mission is facilitating and coordinating our ongoing humanitarian assistance endeavors. During the visit, the delegation held meetings with senior members of the Afghan authorities. The delegation also met former President Mr. Hamid Karzai, United Nations Assistance Mission in Afghanistan, officials, and members of the Afghan business community. The delegation held discussions on India's humanitarian assistance to the people of Afghanistan and also discussed use of Chabahar port by Afghan traders. India has historical and civilizational ties with the Afghan people, and these long-standing linkages will continue to guide our approach. So that is where we are on this visit of our Joint Secretary-led delegation to Afghanistan. The other question was regarding number of people, as I had told you in our last presser, that around 20 people had contacted us. We are trying to, we are doing our best to locate them. We are in touch with the Russian authorities. We have pressed with them so that they can be released and discharged early. Yashi, your question was regarding President of Maldives, his comments. As you are aware, pursuant to the discussions held during the second meeting of the India-Maldives high-level core group held in New Delhi on 2nd February 2024, both sides agreed on a set of mutually workable solutions. These envisage deputation of competent Indian technical personnel to enable continued operation of Indian aviation platforms that provide humanitarian and medvac services to the people of Maldives. Accordingly, the first team has reached Maldives, as you know. So that is where it is. Your question about third core group meeting, you will come to know as and when this meeting is organized. It will be organized, obviously, in mutual consultation. Vedika, your question on Indians, there are 2 Indians who've passed away. We are in constant touch with the families. We are trying our best to get their mortal remains back to India as soon as possible. We are in touch with the Russian authorities. The death happened some distance away in areas far away from the capital. So there are certain procedures to be followed. We are doing that and doing our best to bring back the mortal remains. Kadambari, you had a question regarding Afghanistan? Okay. Israel, we had a very unfortunate incident. We had an Indian national who passed away. After that, you would have seen that we have issued an advisory to all Indian nationals who are presently in Israel so that they can take due caution, exercise due caution, and keep themselves in safe areas. So for their own security. And also we have established a helpline. If there is anybody who needs a help, they can contact the embassy.
So my question was whether you would be talking about the laborers who are trying to go to Israel for.
So, as far as people, already we have people who are there. As you know, we have over 18,000 caregivers and other people, other professionals who are there in Israel. So their safety and security is of prime concern for us. As far as this G2G agreement that you're talking about, that is still in works. So our primary focus right now is our Indian nationals who are there in Israel, who are working there, and therefore the embassy is doing its best. They've opened a helpline. We have issued an advisory for their safety and security. Take more questions there. Siddhant?
Hi, sir. Siddhant from Beyond. Sir, recently we saw how India was able to nab a consignment going to Pakistan from China, which had certain contents which goes against international norms. How does India sees that nabbing the consignment? Do you plan to raise it at international forums as well? Because this is violative of several global international agreements.
Rishabh?
So Rishabh from Times Now. So we have seen in Buddha relics being sent to Thailand. In last 1 week, we have seen how Thailand has responded to this, from India. How do you see, and what's the importance that we are aiming at when it comes to India-Thailand relationship using this cultural connect?
Avinash Agarwal from the Asahi Shinbun. Sir, our foreign minister was on a visit to Korea and Japan. So, sir, could you please tell us something about this visit? How do you see it, about the fruitfulness? How fruitful was this visit? How important?
मेरा एक सप्लीमेंट्री क्वेश्चन है रूस को लेकर ही। क्या 20 की ही तादाद अभी तक है जिन लोगों ने संपर्क किया है, या पिछले एक हफ्ते में तादाद बढ़ी है? और वो क्या एक्टिव वॉर जोन में है, या वहाँ से अपेक्षाकृत सुरक्षित जगह पे लाए गए हैं? कितने लाए गए हैं अगर लाए गए हैं तो? थैंक यू।
Nainima from ABP Live. Continuing with the Afghanistan meeting that the Indian delegation had, the Taliban had said in the statement that India has said it wants to expand political and economic ties with them. And also, are there any plans for India to reopen some of the consulates there out of the 4 that we had in Kandahar, Mazar, Jalalabad and Herat? Thank you.
Okay, so let me answer these questions first. Siddhant, regarding your question on the consignment, Indian authorities detained a shipping consignment in Mumbai. Our experts have examined the products and the accompanying documents and have concluded that the items are of dual use purpose. Appropriate action is being taken in this matter. Regarding Buddha relics, Rishabh, it's a huge occasion in India-Thai relations. As you know that we have a shared history, we share our heritage with people in Thailand, and not just Thailand, but people around Thailand in several other countries. The holy relics of Lord Buddha, along with Arihant Sariputra and Arihant Moglayan, they have been taken to Thailand on the request of the government of Thailand. In Bangkok, the relics were displayed from 24th to 3rd, almost 10 days. During these 10 days, over 1 million people came to pay homage and respect, including His Majesty the King of Thailand, the royalty, the Prime Minister, the cabinet ministers, and not just people from Bangkok, but people from various parts of the country, and people from neighboring countries also have joined. This particular, the relics which have been sent will be taken to 4 cities in Thailand. So apart from Bangkok, now the relics have been taken to Chiang Mai, where I understand over 350,000 people have already witnessed and paid their respect to the relics. From there, it will also go to Krabi and another city in Thailand, Ubon Ratcha Thani. So these 4 cities, the holy relics will be taken to these 4 cities. It is a very special occasion, very momentous occasion. Such surge of positivity among people for India, our culture, their culture, our shared culture. There's a lot of goodwill around this gesture. In fact, I was being told that when the relics were enshrined and they were on display in the royal gardens, people around the royal gardens who have their stalls there, they refused to take money from Indian tourists as a gesture of goodwill. They were so appreciative of this gesture that we have done. So it's a very celebrated connect, a very beautiful connect, shared connect of Buddhist heritage that we share with people of Thailand and people of several other countries in the region. Avinash, your question regarding the visit of External Affairs Minister to South Korea and Japan. We had issued a press release on the visit of External Affairs Minister to South Korea. He visited Seoul on 5th and 6th to undertake the 10th India ROK Joint Commission meeting, which he co-chaired along with his counterpart, the Foreign Minister of Korea. The Joint Commission meeting was an opportunity for both leaders, External Affairs Minister and the Foreign Minister of South Korea, to review the bilateral cooperation under the India ROK Special Strategic Partnership in areas of trade, investment, development cooperation, defense and security, science and technology, culture, people-to-people exchange. So a very comprehensive review of the ongoing collaboration between the two countries were undertaken. The two sides and the two leaders also discussed common interests and concerns that we have in the shared Indo-Pacific region. External Affairs Minister also interacted with several Korean dignitaries. While in Seoul, he also called on the Prime Minister of South Korea. He met with people he met the Indian community. He also met people, several heads of think tanks of Korea. There was several programs which brought out the strong civilizational and cultural connect that we have with South Korea. The mayor of Gimhae city, sister city of Ayodhya, he met with a delegation led by him as well. He also received a book from the revered monk Domyuk, penned by him on Korea's historical and cultural association with ancient India and with Buddhism. External Affairs Minister visited a special exhibition in Seoul showcasing India's rich Buddhist heritage at the prestigious National Museum of Korea. So all in all, a very comprehensive visit, a very successful visit. External Affairs Minister is presently in Japan. He visited Japan from 6th to 8th, where he undertook the 16th round of our strategic dialogue along with Foreign Minister Kamikawa. The two sides and the talks provided strategic guidance to realize the vision of the India-Japan Special Strategic and Global Partnership. The leaders discussed defense and security relations. As you would know, that presently India and Japan are carrying out defense exercises in Rajasthan. They also discussed economic cooperation, which happens to be a very important pillar of cooperation between Japan and India. They took stock of ongoing projects, including the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed railway, which is India's first Shinkansen project. The leaders also talked about Japan's development role in India's northeast, which will be crucial in transforming the connectivity and industrial landscape of that region. They also spent time discussing economic security and supply chain matters by taking a strategic view of trade and technology. They discussed possibilities of collaboration and cooperation in semiconductor ecosystem, green technologies, digital payments, by leveraging complementary strengths of the two countries. The two sides, we agreed to extend India-Japan Year of Tourism exchanges for another year, that is for this year as well, 2024, where the theme is connecting the Himalayas with Mount Fuji. And we have agreed to hold India Month and a Japan Month in each other's country later in the year. The leaders also discussed, as being two major Indo-Pacific nations with shared values, histories and interests, peace and security and prosperity in the region. He also met with the wife of late former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and handed over a personal note of condolences from Honorable Prime Minister on the passing away of the mother of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. In addition, External Affairs Minister also spoke at the inaugural Raisina Dialogue, Raisina Roundtable in Tokyo. He met with several other leaders, including Vice President of LDP, Taro Aso. He also spoke at the External Affairs Minister also spoke at the Nikki Forum on India-Japan partnership and several other elements of the program that made his visit to Japan a very robust, a very outcome-oriented and a comprehensive one. And with this visit, we've taken the partnership forward, and we are injecting more value, more energy and more dynamism in this partnership. आपने सवाल जो पूछा कि वो कहाँ पर हैं, तो जैसे हम लोगों ने कहा, पहले भी कहा इस बात से कि कई लोग को हम लोग रशियन सरकार से बातचीत करके वहाँ से हम लोग छुड़वा पाए हैं, और अभी भी हमारी बात जारी है। जो लोग वहाँ पर शेष बचे हुए हैं उसको किस प्रकार से जल्द वहाँ से रिहा करवाया जाए, रशियन आर्मी से डिस्चार्ज कराया जाए और उनको भारत वापस लाया जाए। तो ये हमारी बातचीत और ये हमारी कोशिश चल रही है, और बड़े दमखम के साथ, पूरे जोर के साथ, पुरजोर कोशिश के साथ चल रही है। पिछली बार 20 के इर्द गिर्द थे, अभी कुछ और देखे हैं हम लोगों ने, वीडियो देखा है, उससे कांटेक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, और आपको और जानकारी हम इस मामले में आपको देंगे। Nanima, on Afghanistan, I have conveyed what I had to say. That is what I read out is our position on the matter. Can we have more questions then? Ashish here. Milan. Okay.
नमस्ते सर, आशीष फ्रॉम एबीपी न्यूज़। अभी चाइनीज़ मिनिस्ट्री के फॉरेन स्पोक्सपर्सन माओ निंग ने कहा है कि एलएसी पर इंडिया का मूव है ट्रूप्स बढ़ाने का या मेंटेन करने का, वो कंड्यूसिव नहीं है टेंशन ईज करने के लिए। उस पर हमारा रिएक्शन। दूसरा, WMCC को लेकर कोई प्रोग्रेस हुई है सर कि क्या अब हम होल्ड करने वाले हैं या रिसेंटली कोई अभी होल्ड किया गया?
So Milan from India today.
Okay.
So just as a clarification, wanted to know, because the CBI investigation on the Indians sent to Russia under false pretenses says that one of the overseas foundation has sent about 180 people to Russia, and of course they are mostly on student visas, sir. So wanted to understand whether we know how many of these people are actually illegally being sent to the war zone. And so my second question is on the Spanish tourist who was raped in Jharkhand. What is the kind of help that has been extended by the MEA here to the tourist?
Sudhi.
Sir, Shruti from Bloomberg, sir. Just wanted to understand, sir, you've used the term human trafficking in case of our boys who are in Russia. Can you give us a better understanding? Is the suspicion that they have been is human trafficking, because we understand they are also getting a salary? And also, sir, any clarity as to from the CBI or from anybody, how many exactly is the government looking at to bring back?
Okay, Srinjoy.
So 14th and 15th, that's in a few days, is the political military dialogue with Brazil. It's a sort of secretary level 2+2. Now the Brazilians, as we are part of BRICS, as is Russia, they're very keen that India plays a more prominent role to bring the war in Ukraine to an end. Would you like to comment on it, please?
प्रणय।
सर, प्रणय उपाध्याय, जी न्यूज़ से। सर, हाल के दिनों में कई भारतीय छात्र और जो अमेरिका में कुछ भारतीय हैं उनकी हत्या की घटनाएं सामने आई हैं। इस मामले को लेकर अमरनाथ घोष का भी मामला सामने आया है। भारत सरकार ने इस मामले को अमेरिकन अथॉरिटीज़ के साथ कैसे उठाया है, और इस मामले के इन्वेस्टिगेशन में क्या अभी तक कोई ठोस जानकारी हमारे पास है, जिस तरीके से गोली की मारी की घटनाएं हुई हैं?
जी। So Ashish, coming to your question on China, we had recently the 21st round of India-China Corps Commander level meeting. The 21st round of this meeting was held in Chushul, Moldo, border meeting on 19th February. And thereafter, we had also issued a statement on 21st February. The discussions that we had there built on the previous round, seeking complete disengagement in the remaining areas along the LSC in eastern Ladakh as an essential basis for restoration of peace and tranquility in the India-China border areas. The two sides shared their perspectives on this in the talks held in a friendly and cordial atmosphere. The two sides also have agreed to maintain communication on the way ahead through the relevant military and diplomatic mechanisms. They also committed to maintain peace and tranquility on the ground in the border areas in the interim. So that is the situation as far as your question is concerned. Milan, regarding your question on CBI searches, etc., it is a matter which is under investigation. The searches happened yesterday, cases have been registered, and investigation now continues. So you will come to know more details. Several people have also been detained, I understand from the press note. So we'll come to know more details about how many people are involved, what else is part and parcel of this trafficking network once the investigations are completed. In regard to your matter on the Spanish tourist, as you know, the matter is under investigation. Several people have been arrested, and you would have also seen that the High Court of Jharkhand, suo motu, has taken action on this particular matter. So that is where it is. We understand that the tourists, they have left the place. Sudhi, regarding human trafficking, again I would like to repeat that it is a matter which is under investigation. Case has been registered. We'll have to wait for more details as investigations progresses. Srinjoy, regarding Brazil, we have very excellent relations with Brazil. We want to strengthen them. We also have multilateral, plurilateral partnership with Brazil. As far as our position on, you asked for a position on Ukraine. Our position on Ukraine is, you know very well what our position is, that we want dialogue and diplomacy to be the basis for this conflict to come to an end. We encourage all parties to come to this, to look for a peaceful solution. प्रणय, आपका सवाल जो छात्र शिकागो के इलाके में जो छात्र जिनका वहाँ पर निधन हुआ उसके बारे में है, तो इस मसले पे भी वहाँ की जो पुलिस है वो कार्रवाई कर रही है. हमारा कॉन्सुलेट लगातार उनसे टच बनाए हुए हैं, और एक बार जब इन्वेस्टिगेशन पूरा हो जाएगा तब हमको पता चलेगा कि उसके और भी किस कारण से ये निधन हुआ, क्या कुछ और है उस मसले में. तो हम लोग लगातार बनाए हुए हैं. हमारे कौंसुलर आवास की तरफ से जितनी कोशिश हो सकती है, जितना मदद हो सकता है, वो हम लोग इस केस में हम मुहैया करा रहे हैं. और हम लोगों ने वहाँ पर स्टूडेंट के साथ खासकर बहुत सारे कॉन्सुलेट्स, खाली शिकागो की बात नहीं, जितने कॉन्सुलेट्स हैं सब स्टूडेंट के साथ आउटरीच किया है, उनको बताया है, कि उनको गाइडेंस दिया है, और साथ में ये कहा है कि जब भी आपको कोई दिक्कत हो, किसी प्रकार की परेशानी हो, वहाँ हमारी एम्बेसी और हमारे कौंसुल आवास आपके लिए वहाँ पर तत्पर मौजूद हैं. आप बेशक हमसे संपर्क करें ताकि आप लोग का हम लोग बेहतर देखभाल कर सकते हैं. So if there are no more questions, then we call it a day today. Look forward to interacting with you in the next press engagement. Thank you.